Now I'm back after Diwali Puja, as I said, and all the couriers are getting made for the people who had contacted us for Diwali Pujas, and their couriers will be sent on Monday. And so here I am to talk about a new topic today, which is spiritual discipline and seduction. Now before I start this topic, I just want to tell everybody that spiritual, first of all, is a lot of doubts and confusion regarding that. Spiritual people cannot go for adventurous trips to anything which is called enjoyment or recreation. That's really not true. Being spiritual people is not a defect. Being spiritual is an asset, in fact. And if you're a spiritual person, you can go for car rides, you can go for bike rides, you can go for adventurous trips. You are absolutely authorized to do this. Spiritualism does not teach you that you have to be a boring person. Spiritual medium just teaches you how to do all these things in a correct manner, to live a correct way of life. Now, any spiritual person can do this in a much more better manner, in fact, because the focus level of a spiritual person gets enhanced through those spiritual enhancements. So that is one thing that I want to first of all mention before I start this topic. Now, spiritual discipline and seduction. The reason I picked up this topic is because I've been loaded with so many mails regarding the physical life these days getting spoiled between two partners. So what should be the remedy for this? Now, before I get into the remedies, or before I get into any of the tips regarding spiritual discipline and seduction, I want to just mention that this topic will not be anything to do with Vedic astrology or anything to do with anything to do with remedies or yagnas or homas or anything. These are simple things that I think people are not even thinking about these days. The simplest of things which can actually change a lot of things in one's physical life, or the attraction level between two partners. Okay, now the biggest improvement needed, I would say, in this sector is that I talk about people who are from the younger generation, and even the generation which is going in the age of, or is running in the age of 40s or 30s and 40s, in fact. Now, lot many women have been writing to us, lot many men have been writing to us individually, and complaining about the physical life and the attraction level decreasing completely in their lives. So what is the reason behind, and why this is happening? Now, see, there can be several reasons, but today we'll be discussing about as to how to improvise this in the most simplest manner. Now, these days I see that people are getting inside each other's bedrooms. I'm talking about friends, I'm talking about in general, that people are just walking into the bedroom, sitting, having parties, lying down on each other's beds whenever there's a party going on, whenever there's a get-together in the house. That's a very wrong practice. First of all, you have to understand that being modern does not mean that you actually forget the basic essence of your personal life, or your personal area where you're actually getting intimate with your partner. Now, this is in regard to the married couples and to the committed relationship sector people that I'm mentioning. See, your private area, which is called the bedroom, has to be completely considered as a sacred place, as a most purified place of the house. It is not that anybody can walk into your bedroom and just lie down and sleep there, and you people are having these card parties, or you people are having the normal conversations that I see that different genders are walking in. You may think that why am I mentioning this? This is so silly. This is not actually silly. This is one of the major reasons, because whenever anybody is sitting on your bed, or anybody is sitting on a particular place, that person carries his or her vibrations in that particular area, in that particular space. Now, you're basically sharing each other's vibrations when you're actually sitting at the same place. Now, imagine if there is a person who has a lot of negative energy, or has a very disloyal vibrational level, or a disturbed vibrational level, and the person comes and sleeps in your bedroom. or is a very infidel person, the same vibrations or the energy flow is going to be on that particular thing, on that particular area, or in that particular area where the person is sitting. So what is basically happening? You are mixing and matching vibrations unnecessarily without even understanding or without even knowing that how that person's vibration level is. That is one. So please consider your bedroom area to be a very sacred area. Consider it to be as equal as your temple. The way you keep your house temples clean, you take precautions of all the aspects, that you should be wearing clean clothes, you should be taking a bath and entering the temple area. Similarly, the same rules and regulations go for your bedroom areas as well. Okay, that's one thing which is very important. And trust me on this, that once you start doing that, and this has to be done by both the partners. It's not that that one partner is actually trying to improvise on the physical life and the other person is saying that all this is absolutely nonsense, and why do you even think about such silly things. That's not the way it's going to happen. Another thing, I see that a lot of friends these days, the modern generation, what they're doing is they are sharing each other's houses when it comes to partners. Well, what I mean is that if there's a particular couple who's not married, or a particular couple who's married, and the person who has a house is not there, the person gives the keys to that particular friend, that okay, yes, you can come and have a nice time in the bedroom and in a house, utilize the space, and we are fine with it. Now again, you doing a blunder here. The same concept revolves here also, of the vibrational exchange of the energy levels which are getting exchanged of the opposite gender, and unnecessarily you are bringing in the attraction levels subconsciously regarding that person into each other's minds. Okay, these are the seeds of infidelity, how this gets generated. Okay, to understand the concept, you have to understand the concept. It is not a silly concept, it is not a weird concept, it has deep roots behind it. Okay, now another aspect, another very important aspect is that I see many people these days touching each other and talking to each other unnecessarily. I see opposite genders holding hands, hugging each other, touching each other like this and talking, give me 5, I don't know what all. Okay, now what does it need to do all these things? Are you trying to express yourself that you're extremely friendly, or you're extremely modern, or you're extremely close with that person? That can be expressed in several other ways. You can have a very decent handshake and that's it. Why do you have to touch a person unnecessarily to show that you're a very kind and you're a very nice person or a very friendly person? Again, by touching the opposite gender unnecessarily, you are creating that electricity mode which I had actually talked about in the sex and spiritualism video of mine. You are generating an attraction, a hidden attraction level regarding that person within yourself and in the mind of the other person subconsciously. And it's not that you say that no, I'm a very clean-hearted person, what nonsense is this, I never think about that person like this ever in my life. But no, once a person is sitting alone, maybe after 6 months, maybe after 3 months, you will start thinking about that person subconsciously in this particular attractive manner. This is how the vibrational flow or the energy flow reacts. Okay, now another point, exchanging each other's clothes. You're a girl, another boy, you go to somebody's house, you say that okay fine, you know what, I'm not carrying my clothes, let me wear your clothes. What are you doing? What are you doing? You basically, again, clothes are supposed to cover our bodies. Has all the vibrations, all the energy flow in them. Okay, so what are you doing? By wearing each other's clothes, exchanging each other's clothes of the opposite gender, again you're attracting those electricity levels. This is not in your mind at that point of time. It's not going to be in your mind that particular time. Okay? Please be very clear on this, what I'm trying to explain. But subconsciously, once you're alone, you will start, those energies will start coming towards you. Because you have already experienced those energies. You have somewhere down the line, you have felt those energies in some medium or through some medium. Okay? Now similarly, now let's talk about in a more positive manner. Now if all these things are done by, if two committed partners are wearing each other's clothes, it's for the good. You're exchanging your energy levels, you're exchanging the vibrational levels of each other, so you will of course be more closer to each other. Okay, the attraction levels will increase. Now if you're actually maintaining the bedroom rules that I have just mentioned, considering it to be like a temple, a sacred place, respecting that area, then of course the attraction level between two partners are going to get stronger. The levels are going to get stronger. It's 110% sure that it's going to get stronger. Okay? You may find this to be a very minute thing, but this is not a minute thing. It is a very deep thing. Everything is a game of vibrations. Everything is a game of energy flow. What kind of energy flow that you're carrying or the other person is carrying. Fine? Now, these are few things that I want that you people should consider positively. Try to inculcate these things in your married life, in your relationship, and you will start seeing the changes. Now another aspect that somebody wrote to me on the mail was that, what if my other partner is infidel? Why do I have to do all these things? Because that person is not worth it. Now yes, of course, see, there are two ways of looking at one particular aspect or one particular thing. If you think that yes, the person is infidel and you don't want to carry on with this person, you don't have to do all this. That's entirely your choice. I am giving you tips and techniques on a spiritual medium or spiritual enhancement of the power of spiritual discipline, that if you really want to change somebody with a slow process but a concrete process, these are the few things that without any yagna or without any remedy you can try. If you have that kind of patience level, if you have that kind of vibrational level, if you have that kind of mental ability and the understanding level, then yes, I can follow this and I will follow this. Okay? And there have been a lot of people, there have been a lot of victims, there have been a lot of women, there have been a lot of men who have followed this, and I will not say that miracles have happened for them, but definitely a sense of improvement. In fact, a lot of improvement has happened in their physical lives. I'm talking about the married couples here. And they have written to us saying that yes, we never thought that this small thing, this small change can lead to such drastic changes without any pujas, without any yagnas. Okay? And please don't go for Vashikaran processes. Don't go for attraction that I want that the other partner should be attracted towards me. So please, I do a Vashikaran process on me. Please don't get into such things. I've been repeatedly saying this to you people in my Vashikaran video also. Okay? I am just trying to explain you that spiritual discipline can lead to a positive seduction level, a correct seduction level. Try this and you will find the difference. Okay? This can actually do wonders for you. So if the other person is infidel, it does not mean that you also become infidel. Two wrongs never make a right, like I always say. Okay? So be confident about yourself. Try to see this with a different prospect. And write to me and let me know if this actually made any difference, because I'm sure that it will make some difference if you really want to carry forward with this. Okay, so that's about spiritual discipline and seduction for today. Next week again I'm going to pick up another topic, and see you next week. Thank you. Let's end this up now. Thank you very much. Goodbye.